Yes, good day, class. I want to thank you once again that you are following for those who understand what they are here for and those who want to do it once and for all. Uh, as you all know that this is our last paper of high school for those who are doing math literacy. So one thing that I want you to understand is that June paper is always a reflection, it's always a copy, it's always a guidance, it's always a checklist towards passing November examinations. I'm giving you this tip once and for all in all subjects. Try and see that in our June examinations, what is given in June can be changed somewhere in phrasing, but the final thing that I want you to know is that the exam for June can never be far different from November. If the June paper was having a diagram, the November can come the same question with a narrative which has no diagram. So what I want you to understand is that we want to cut uh, the best cut. We want to do the best by focusing on these papers, and then we go very late. So without wasting any time, please note that you always need to read the instructions whenever you are going to start, whenever you are given an exam. Always understand that instructions are very important. I'm sure grade 12, you have got good experience in writing exams and also learning from mistakes. We can never allow any one of us to make any mistakes this time around. Let's follow instructions as much as it is necessary and as much as it is guided. So we have got question one, which actually shows a list of mathematical literacy terms or concepts in column A with descriptions in column B. Choose a description from B that matches the term or concept in A. We write only the letter next to the question number. So we are given here that column A, it's a ratio scale. It's a ratio scale. So what is that term that defines a ratio scale? A ratio scale, what is that term that defines a ratio scale? Uh, a ratio scale is also known as a number scale. I'm sure that you know that, for example, we can talk about a ratio scale of 1 is to 1 is to 10,000. What we are saying is this is a number scale, this is a ratio scale. So the correct answer for a ratio scale is what? It's a number scale, which is what? Which is I. A ratio scale is a number scale, which is what? Which is I. So I want you to understand that. For those who do geography, again, I'm sure you know orthophoto maps and topographic maps. Those scales are also ratio scales, which can also call number scales. Grams in 1 ton. How many grams are in 1 ton? I want you to understand that 1 kg is equals to 1 ton is equals to 1000 kgs. So in this case, what you need to know is the conversion of units that when we are looking at relationships of units, you need to know that how do we convert grams into what? Into tons. So grams in 1 ton, if a kg, 1 kg 1 kg is equals to, 1 ton, sorry. 1 ton is equals to 1000 kgs. And then 1000 kgs, 1 kg, 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams. So what I want you to know is that if you know these units, you can never be having any problems in what? In conversions. You never have problems in conversions. So in equivalent to this, if we can calculate we can identify that 1 gram in tons is equals to 1 million. It is equals to 1 million. 1 grams in tons, 1 ton is equals to 1 million grams is equals to 1 million grams. And then the next question is saying surface area of a cylinder. How do we calculate the surface area of a cylinder? A surface area of a cylinder is calculated by, we are saying a surface area of a cylinder is calculated as pi r squared plus, plus 2 times pi times radius times height. That is the formula for calculation of what? The formula for calculation of surface area of a cylinder. Surface area of a cylinder is calculated by h, which is 2 times pi times r squared plus 2 times pi times r plus height. That's how we calculate the surface area of a cylinder. It is calculated by formula H. And then floor plan, a floor plan is equals to, when we talk about a floor plan is actually a plan that shows the layout of a building as seen from above. It is a floor plan that shows the layout of a building as seen from above, which is also given as G. G identifies a floor plan. It is G that identifies a floor plan. So what I'm saying is you need to understand that these are the answers for question 1. What normally you need to understand when you go to this question is just to have an understanding or a definition of these units. I mean, a definition of these terminologies before you even go to options that are given. You basically need to know the definitions as they are. So in each of the statements below, choose the correct words from those given in brackets to make the statement true. Write only the words or word next to the question as it is given there. A probability is always less than or greater than or equals to 1. Probability when we work with probability, it is always less than or equals to 1. Probability is always less than or equals to 1. That is the answer. It is always less than or equals to 1. We are talking about the chance of occurrence, the chance of something to happen. It is always less than or equals to 1. Probability is always less than or equals to 1. At any given options, we might get it as a less than 1 chance, or we can get a 1 chance that something can happen. And then when calculating the amount of medicine to administer to a toddler, we dash the decimal answers in milliliters. When calculating the amount of medicine to administer to a toddler, a young child, we round down the decimal answer in milliliters. We round down because we are saying we are trying also to make sure that we don't overdose. So the correct thing is to round down. We round down the decimal answer in milliliters. A flow rate of 12.5 liters per hour is equals to dash liters in 3. A flow rate of 1.2, a flow rate of 12.5 liters per hour is equals to 25 liters in dash hours. So this is just also a simple arithmetic to say if we have got 2.5 per liter, 12.5 liters per hour, it can make, how long can it take to make 25 liters? It can take, how long can it take us to make 25 liters? It can take us 2 hours. So we say 12.5 times 2, we can get what? We can get 25 liters, which is, it is 2 hours. 2 hours can make 25 liters. An elevation plan of a building is a dash representation of the building. Elevation of a building is a 2D representation. It is a 2D representation. It's a 2D representation of the building. It's a 2D representation of a building. The picture below shows the 10 hottest and 10 coldest, 10 hottest and 10 coldest countries in the world based on their average temperatures over time. So we are saying it is the temperature calculated otherwise over a period of a year. So what we are saying is that based on those temperatures, we are able to detect uh, we are able to understand the hottest and coldest countries. So we are given these countries here, and then we are given these countries as they are here now, and Russia minus 5 degrees Celsius. We have got Mauritius 28 degrees Celsius, Senegal 27, quite a lot of them, Swaziland 5.10, and so forth and so forth. So we need to use the information to answer the questions. Write down the average temperature in Sweden. The average temperature in Sweden, I said that when you are given the question to say write down, it doesn't say calculate, it says write down. You need to look for Sweden and you identify the temperature for Sweden. What is the temperature for Sweden? You look for Sweden on the map or on this uh, 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 infographic that is given. Sweden is given here. So Sweden is 1,75 degrees Celsius, 1,1.75, 1.5, 1.75, 1.75 degrees Celsius is given there. I'm saying write down the average temperature for Sweden. You look for it and then you just find the temperature. Therefore, you can be able to just write it as it is there. And then name the third hottest country. The third hottest country, you are just going to look at the temperatures and then you find the highest, the second highest, and the third highest is how you get the what? You get the third hottest country. When you look on the weather infographic, I'm saying you need to identify the highest, what is the highest temperature? What is the highest temperature? And then you, from the highest temperature, you identify the second and you identify the third. So highest, if we look at this, I'm seeing 28.29, 28.20, 2800. So let's look on the range of 28 point something. So 28.29 is the highest. As we can look here, it is the highest 28.29. We don't have anything above 28.29 here. So the second highest is 28.25 is the second highest. And then we have got 28.20, which is the third. 28.20 is the third. So what we are saying is write down the third hottest country, which is the third is what? Is Kiribati. It is Kiribati, which is 28.20. Is Kiribati. And then round off Russia's average temperature to the nearest degree. Russia's temperature, average temperature of Russia to the nearest degree. Round off the temperature of Russia to the nearest. In other words, they are just saying to the nearest. This can just say to the nearest whole number. You identify Russia's temperature and you round it off to the nearest whole number. That is what we can say, or that is what we mean by to the nearest degree. So we have to look for Russia. We look for Russia's temperature. Russia's temperature. There it is. Minus Russia's temperature is minus it is minus minus 5.3. So minus 5.35 minus 5.35 minus 5.35 degrees Celsius to the nearest degree, that is equals to minus 5 degrees. We are saying that is equals to minus 5 degrees, minus 5 degrees Celsius is the right answer to say that to the nearest. Here I was just showing you that if you are looking for Russia, you identify the temperature of Russia minus 5.35 degrees Celsius to the nearest degree. It is going to be we are saying 5 is here, and then we look at minus the units. I mean, we 5 whole number is this one, so we consider 3. 3 is less than 5. Therefore, we round down. We round down because we are considering 3 here. We are considering 3 class. I'm saying to the nearest degrees Celsius is 5. So we are working on 3. 3 is below 5 mark. So therefore we round down this number. So the reason why it is coming to 5 degrees Celsius is because we are rounding down. But if it was like saying this number is, if we can say it was 6, it was going, or it was 5, anything 5 and above, it was going to round to the nearest degree as to give us what? Minus 6 degrees Celsius. So I want you to understand this, that the issues of rounding numbers is based on basic formulas that are there, that the unit that you are measuring or you are working on, or the digit that you are working on, you consider the second one. Therefore, you find out that if the number that you are working on is less than 5, we round down, and if it is more than 5, we round up that exact unit that we are working on. So calculate the difference between the average temperatures of Senegal and Iceland. So we have to find Senegal, the average temperature of Senegal. We have Senegal average temperature is Senegal and Iceland. Senegal and Iceland. Senegal and Iceland. We are working on this. Senegal is 27.85 and Iceland is minus 0.70 degrees Celsius. So it is Senegal, which we said 27.85. And we say that Senegal is equals to 27.85 degrees Celsius, 27.85, and then Iceland is equals to minus 0.70 degrees Celsius, and then we are subtracting there. So when you the temperatures, those are the ones Iceland and Senegal. When you subtract them, you can find out that we subtracted that. Put it through your calculator. And then you calculate it. And then the question is, difference means minus. Sum means 8. We are saying difference is equals to minus, and then sum is equals to 8. That is one thing that you need to know. I guess product, you understand also, is multiply and so forth and so forth. These are basic terms or basic mathematical jargon that we need to understand. So now Senegal is this one, and then we are saying Senegal is 27.85. Therefore we subtract that. When you subtract it, we are saying minus, and remember that the temperature for Senegal is already what? Is also minus. So we are saying minus 27.07 degrees Celsius, minus 27.07. Therefore minus, we are saying minus 27, minus, it is the same as this is equals to 27.85 27.85 degrees Celsius minus 0.70 degrees Celsius. So what happens is that these two signs, 27.85, it's these ones. If you can look at that, I'm sure that you know mathematics, integration of science, minus, it will give us what? It will give us a plus. So this is equals to 27.85 plus 0.70 degrees Celsius, which is gonna give you, what? Which is gonna give you 28.55, 28.55 degrees Celsius. So that is your answer. That is your answer. That is how you get these ones. So that is how you get your answers. It means that maybe they just wanted you to see that will you be able to perceive, or will you be able to notice that there is the Iceland's temperature is minus what? Minus 27, minus 0.0, minus 0.70. So that is where the trick is. Hence, you need to be always very vigilant and observant that you won't make mistakes in questions such as this. And then we are given question annexure A, which is supermarket layout plan with a labeled sections. We have got dairy and cheese, which is also butchery again next door. We have got cold drinks, and then bakery and dairy. We have got sweets. All these checkout points and entry or exit points are marked there. Entry or exit points, magazines, which are also on their shelves. We have got toiletries, stationery, grocery, and so forth, cold drinks, all these cleaning supplies, miscellaneous, and all these are what? These are also checkpoints, checkout points, and then petty care, sweets, all these are given there. We want to see the questions that are asked. What are they saying? And then the key is showing that arrows are showing customer flow. These arrows are showing customer flow. Customers, they move in this movement. They enter here from the entrance. They can enter and then they go this direction. They move outside following this direction. They move following that direction. And then they come down through the dairy, and then they follow down like that. We can also find them coming up or go all the way, and then they can as well exit through these other points that are given there. So the question which is given, we want to look at questions that are given. What are they questions asking? So rectangles are representing sections that are marked on the map there. So the question is saying we have got these questions which are marked. Clive followed the directions below to buy an item from this supermarket. Enter the supermarket and immediately turn right. He entered and immediately turn right, walk past the magazine section and then turn left. Continue straight ahead until you can come to the end of the ice list, and then the item will be in the section on your right. So name the type of product Clive bought. So we want to follow the pathway that Clive was following. He entered the supermarket, turned right. He entered, turned right, and walked past the magazine section and turned left. So he entered, turned right, which is Clive. This is Clive here. He entered and then turned left, past the magazine, and then past the magazine. It means he passed this section. He passed this section, passed, and then what next? After passing that, what did he do? He passed the magazine, turn left, and then walk straight up until he come to the end of the Esley, and then uh, the item that will be in we're saying he passed and then come to the end, the item will be on the section on your on the right. So we want to turn and go straight until you come to the end. Go and come straight until you come to the end. So we are saying you go and then until you pass the Esley until you come to the end, which is the end here. The end is the head here. He end here. This is the end. So what his question is saying, the item that he wants will be on your right. So the right side, this is the right which he is looking at. So we are looking on the item which is on the right here. We are looking on the item which is on the right at the end. So what is it? It is cleaning supplies. He's going to buy cleaning supplies. Clive is going to buy cleaning supplies. That's what is described. Name the type of product that Clive will buy. This is cleaning supplies. We saw that when you follow that pathway, this question is only about you following the description or following the pathway that is given there. You just need to follow the description. 2.1 to describe the location of the pet care section. Pet care, describe the location of the pet care section. Pet care section, we have to look for pet care section. Pet care section, that is pet care section. The pet care section, this is our pet care section. So we need to describe this location. Describe this location. This location is what we are working on. Describe this location. So it is actually between the pet care section. We can say that it is between suites and checkout points. It is between suites. We can see suites here. It is between suites and checkout point. It can also be found that it can also be next to the suite, just after next to the suite. It is next to the suite here, which is just to the left of the checkout point. Just to the left of the checkout point, as you can see here, as you go out, we are saying the pathway is moving in this direction, class. Is moving in this direction, and then we can come and check out here. So it is next to the suite, on the left, to the on the left, just to the left. I mean, it is next to the suite, just to the left of the checkout points. That is what we can actually give with regards to this. Is next to the suite. Describe the location. So we are saying it is next to suites. It is next to suites and checkout point. It is next to suites, just to the left of the checkout points. Next to suites, left to checkout point. Left to checkout point. That is what we can see there. It is also found that it is between suites and checkout point. Suites and checkout points. It is between suites and checkout. It is between suites and checkout points. That is one thing that we can see there. And then name the section where you will find milk and yogurt. Name the section where you will find milk and yogurt. So we also go to the section where we can find milk and yogurt. Milk and yogurt. Milk and yogurt, it must be found within the dairy. It is actually dairy products. So it must be found in where we have got dairy products, which we can see that it is in dairy and cheese. Milk and yogurt should be here. Milk and yogurt can be found here. So it is in the dairy and cheese. It is in dairy. Dairy and cheese. That is where we can find dairy and cheese. That is where we can find milk and yogurt, as we can see there. And then choose the correct word from those given in the bracket to make the following statements true. Choose the words in the brackets. We choose the words in brackets to make the statement true. So here now, what is happening is the customer flow of the supermarket is displayed in a layout plan. The customer flow of the supermarket as displayed in the layout plan is dash. As we move, we are turning to the left. As we move here, you need to look here to say the flow, the layout plan. We move here, and then we are entering, and then we move like this. We move in this direction, the direction of movement. This is the direction of movement that we are following. So this is an anti-clockwise motion. We are moving to the right, and then we keep moving right round. That is an anti-clockwise. This is an anti-clockwise movement. That's an anti-clockwise movement. It's an anti-clockwise motion. It is an anti-clockwise. We are moving in an anti-clockwise direction. I'm sure you know when we are moving, I'm sure that most of you guys, again, you should be doing also geography and so forth. So anti-clockwise, the movement is in a direction opposite to the normal clockwise. So this is an anti-clockwise. This is called an anti-clockwise. This is an anti-clockwise direction. And then if we are talking about clockwise, we are talking about the movement which must be in the direction of the circular flow in terms of the movement of a clock. It moves. This is a clockwise direction. When you move in a clockwise direction, you are moving counting from 1, 2, 3 up to 12 in a what? When we are looking at an analog clock. When we look at an analog clock, we are saying it starts from 1, and then it moves up to, you come back to 12. So we are moving in a clockwise direction. If we move in that motion, it's a clockwise movement. But this one which we are seeing there is anti-clockwise. That's one thing that I need you to understand. Give one positive impact that a properly laid, one positive impact that a properly labeled section, one positive impact that a properly labeled section and an attractive setup in a supermarket we have to a customer. If we have such kind of a layout impact properly labeled, it means customers, when they go in, they know where they can see from the entrance the bays or sections which they can identify what they want. And then an attractive setup in a supermarket, how does it affect customers? One, this 2.15, that layout or that presentation is actually, it saves customers time, saves customers time in locating what they want, locating things they want to buy, products they want to buy. Instead of looking for a sales rep or trying to locate themselves, directions are shown. There is a proper layout that is showing that. We can also understand that it is also encourages customers to make purchases. It encourages customers to buy. Customers can buy because they are happy when they get there. They don't have a lot of worries when they get in the shop. We can also talk about it is user-friendly. It is user-friendly. It does not embarrass, it does not upset customers. When customers are in the supermarket, they actually feel well accommodated. They feel at home, they feel welcome, and also it would finally consider, I'm saying finally we can say that it can cause patronage buying. Patronage buying behavior. Customers will call again. Customers will call again, meaning to say that customers will come back again whenever there is such a user-friendly layout in the shop. So that is the advantage. And give one possible reason why the cool drinks, butchery, dairy, and section and cheese sections are located against the back wall of the supermarket. Why do we have these products located at the back wall of why should they be located? It is cold drinks, butchery, dairy, and cheese section are located against the back walls of the supermarket. Actually, that is, we can also maybe one, it can be actually be there in order to provide power surges or plugs for plugging fridges. Is plugging of fridges is power supply power supply for fridges. Fridges must be connected, so therefore we can put those against the wall in order to allow power supply, to enable power supply. And also we can also even say that it can also enable ease to pack. We can say that is where it is ease to pack. We can maybe also say that the reason is because why do we have to pack them at the back wall? It can also maybe for them to avoid overspending in terms of buying extensions, which we can say that it's for safety. For safety, we can say that it is also to allow safety, to ensure safety in terms of packaging of those products. That can also be a reason why we can have that, and then give a possible name of the symbol in the layout. What is this representing on the layout? If we go on the layout, what does the symbol represent on the layout? What can this represent? This, what is the meaning of this on the layout? But you see that we have got our customers moving out. That can also represent what? I guess this can be cashiers or cash points, checkout points. As customers are going to come, they come all the way, they will pay here. These are pay points. We can say pay points here. We can say they are pay points. This can be, this can represent pay points. I can also maybe say that there are tellers there. We can also maybe say there are tills there. Those are tills, pay points, or tellers that are represented by that symbol on the what? On the layout. They can mean such a thing. So I'm sure that we are actually seeing and following. This is quite interesting. Let's go and see what's happening. And then we are given that for his, we are given that for his mathematical literacy project, Clive needed to record the gender of customers. He has to the gender of customers. That is the sex of customers. Are they male or female? And the most popular color of the outfits customers wore as they entered the supermarket. They also wanted the color of the outfit. Color of the outfit as they entered the supermarket, he recorded the gender of the customers and the colors of the outfits on the table that is given below. Some values have been omitted. So what we are given here is that we are given that customer, gender of customers and color of outfits. So it's black, female, female, and then we have got male 25, and then 31, 31 female, and then male who are in red, 7 total is 38, and then we have got 10. Therefore, in female, 10 female and so forth, all up to these given letters that are given here. We have got A, and then calculate the missing values A, B, C, D. These are basic, simple arithmetic questions, my class. Just when given these 4 marks, you should just be able to get them right. Let's just see. We are saying calculate A. Calculate A. A is equals to, how do we get A? A is equals to, A, how do we get A? A is equals to, for us to get A, for us to get A, we say that the total is 43. So we say 43 is equals to 25 plus A. And then we make we are calculating A. This is basic equation. 43 minus 25 is equals to A. That's what we can get there, because if we add, we must add A and we must add male and female to get 43. So we are saying 43 minus 25, we must get A. So if you subtract that, you can get that. That is equals to A is equals to 43 minus this, we get 18. We get 18A. 43 minus 25, we get 18 is equals to what? Is equals to A. And then B, we look for B. B again, we are given B here on the blue, which is equals to 22 is equals to 10 plus B, which is equals to 22 minus 10 is equals to what? Is equals to B. And then 22 minus 10, 22 minus 10, we get what? We get 12. 22 minus 10, we get 12 is equals to B. We get our answer like that. And then calculate C. Calculate C. C. Where are we? C, this one. C is simple again. We are at C there. So we have got the totals. If we add females, all of them, they must give us what? They must give us C. So we are saying C is equals to A, we said 18 is equals to 18 plus 31 plus 10 plus 16, 16 plus 9 plus 4. Therefore, we get the total. If we add that, when we add all these, we see that C is equals to, we add 18 plus 31 plus 10 plus 16 plus 9 plus 4. We get that. That will give us what? That will give us 88. That will give us 88. Therefore, C is equals to 88. And then D is the total, which we can say that D is equals to 88 plus 68. D let me just show you. D is equals to this D. We are saying this is also the grand total of male and female. So D is equals to 68 plus 88. And then we get what? We get 68 plus 88. That will give us 156. 68 plus 88, that will give us 156. So that is how you calculate, that is how you get these values or those missing values there. So as you can see, we are saying D is a grand total. D is equals to C plus D is equals to C plus what? Plus 68, which is C is what? Is 88. 88 plus 68, we get the grand total, which is this D here. So thank you very much. I'm sure that this is quite good for Maxi for free. And then the next question is saying, determine the probability of randomly selecting a female from the people wearing green. The probability of randomly selecting a female from the people wearing green, which is people wearing green, probability of selecting a female from people wearing green, the probability of selecting a female. This is female. The chance of female is that one that we are given here, which is green is this one. So female is 16. Chance factor over total ratio. So 16 over 29 is gonna be 16 over 29 is what we are saying is equals to P. We are saying probability, P is representing probability. So we simplify that. We are saying calculate the determine the probability of randomly selecting a female from the people wearing green outfits. So we are saying that is equals to, we divide that, and then when we see this gonna give us 0.55 0.55 is equals to P. So 0.55 is equals to what? Is equals to chance factor of selecting female wearing what? Wearing green. Even if we leave it here, I think it can still be there. 16 over 29. 16 over 29, it can still give us a good answer, which is also very correct. And then Clive wrote down the following probability as a possible outcome. He wrote this possible outcome, which is 25 over 68, give the gender and color of the outfit represented by this probability. We are just going to look for, we just have to look for 25 over 68 from what? From our ratios there. 25 over 68, we are seeing that we got a probability, or we wrote down a probability of 25 over 65. We got a probability of 25 over 25 over 68. So we have got the gender is 25 here over the total male wearing all other colors, or the male wearing every other color is 68. So what is the question saying is give the gender and color. The gender is male. Gender is equals to male, which you can see here, that is 25. 25 is male, and then the give the gender and color of the outfit is male, wearing black. Color of gender is male, color is black, which is from the given from what we are seeing here. We are seeing the gender is male, which is 25. This one, the 25 that we are working with is this 25. And then we are saying out of all male, which is 68. So the color of the outfit is black. That is what the 3 marks is all about. Give the color and gender, give the gender and color of the outfit represented by that. It is gender is male, color is black, and then you get all your marks as good as they are like that. Question 3, a garden landscaper is helping Miss Mbali to plant a garden behind her house. They will be paving bricks laid between the house and the garden. The front of the garden will have the house. The front of the garden will have the house as one of its boundaries. While the rest of the outer boundaries of the garden will have wire fencing. Okay. So we are given this annexure, which is plan of Mr. Mbele's proposed garden with measurements. So that's the measurements which is given there to say that we said the garden, Mr. Mbele to plant a garden behind the house, and they will be paving bricks between the house and the garden. The front of the garden will have the house as one of his boundaries. The front of the garden will have a house. So that is why we see windows here. We see windows door here. We see that is the house, and then we see that is it. So we are given measurements 10.6 meters, 2 meters, what, all the meters are given. We have got lawn, we have got A. A is representing a circular fish pond. Here we have got a circular fish pond. A circular fish pond is given at what? At A, and then B, paved surface area, paved sitting area. B is paved sitting. B is paved sitting area there, and then we have got C. C is a rectangular paved area between the garden and the house. As you can see, paved area between garden and house. Paved area between garden and house. So we are asked now that calculate the total. Okay, before we go there, we also have these lighting. We have got lighting here, same as that one. Lighting. These are lightings. We have got bulbs which are there, and then these are representing shrubs or small trees. Shrubs or small trees, or these are shrubs and small trees. Shrubs and also small trees are there, all over there. We have got ground cover, which is also similar to that ground cover. We have got this is representing, this is a fence of the garden. Here is the fence of the garden. We also have this is the wall of the house. This is the wall of the house, and so forth and so forth. So the question first is saying calculate the total length. Calculate the total length of the wire fencing needed to fence the outer boundaries of the garden, including the paved area. We want the calculate the length, the total length of the wire fencing needed to fence the outer boundaries of the garden, including the paved area. So if we are going to fence, we are going to fence all the area and then calculate the total length of the wire that can be needed to fence it. So we are saying length of the fencing, length of fencing is equals to, length of fencing is equals to, what we need to say is that the total length, we are going to add this. We have got 12 meters. We have got our 12 meters. 12 meters plus 12 meters plus 8.7 meters plus 8.7 meters plus 2.6 meters plus 2.6 meters plus 10.6 plus 10.6 meters plus 10.6 plus 10.6, and then what is needed here is that we are going to add this. We get what? Length of the fencing 12 plus all these. We are adding all the length. We are adding the lengths that are given here. We are adding the lengths that are given in this respect. We are adding the lengths that are given here. 12 plus 12 meters. 12 meters plus 8.7 plus 8.7 plus 2.6 plus 2.6 plus 12 meters as you can see, what is happening is that this length, if you can look at it, what is happening is that we can see that if we can say we add these measurements, we are going to get that this is gonna be we have got 12 meters on the on this wing here, and then we have got the distance there, which is 2.6 plus 12 meters, 2.6 plus 12 meters. So we are saying we add all these 12 meters plus 8.7 meters plus 2.8 meters plus 12 meters, and then what we get is that we are going to get, we add this, which is gonna give us how much? It's gonna give us 35.3 meters. So we are just adding the total length that is given here. We are just adding the total lengths that are here so that we can just get this. We are just adding the total length which are given here. So now we add all those meters and then we get 35.3 meters, which we can actually get there by otherwise just saying 12 meters plus 8,7 plus 2,6 plus 1,4 plus 10,6 10,6. What is happening here is that we are saying class understand this to say that the way we are measuring this, we are saying from here to there is 10,6 and then 1,4 is just to say 1,4 is this one which we are saying 1,4 is 12 minus 10,6. 1,4 is 12 minus 1, we are saying 10,6. 1,4 is just that which we are saying that this one is not included. This part is not included. This part is not included. So we are measuring, we are calculating this part is 1,4. Where do we get 1,4? We are getting it from 12. 1,4, this is 12 meters minus is 12 meters minus 10,6. 12 meters minus 10.6. 10,6 minus 12,6, it is going to give us 1,4 meters. That is what is happening there. So instead, we can just give them as they are like that to say we can add them like that, and then we add 12,6, mean 12 meters plus 8,7 plus 2,6 meters plus 12 meters, which is 12 meters. We are just giving to say this part is also inclusive, which can also be equally to say is 12 meters by 12 meters both sides. It is 12 here, and then it is also 12 this side. That is where we are getting those 12,6 or what? That is where we are getting those 12 meters that we are talking about. The 212 here, 12 meters, 12 meters is the side by side, which is 12 meters. The other side, the right and the left side is 12 meters. And then 8,7 is the one on top there. 2,6 is that one there. And then we can say that is the total length of the fence that is needed. We go to the circular fish pond. A is a diameter of 120 centimeters. We say A has got a diameter of 120 centimeters and a depth of 0,5 meters. It's got a depth of 0,5 meters. Calculate in cubic centimeters the volume of the fish pond. Use the formula, that one. So what we are saying is that we calculate the volume of this one. We are saying this, we can say that this has got a diameter of 120. The diameter here is 120. It is given that it is 120 here. So if it is 120, what we need to do is that we need to calculate the radius of this one, because we are said that use the formula pi r squared d. So the only question here is that for you to know that radius is radius. So radius is equals to diameter divided by 2 is equal, we get what we get is equals to r. So what we are saying is that our diameter is 120 centimeters. Our diameter, that is, this is equals to 120 divided by 2 is gonna give us 60 centimeters. That is equals to what? That is equals to r. 60 centimeters is equals to R. And then what we need to do is that we are supposed to understand that this question calculate the answer in cubic centimeters. Calculate in cubic centimeters the volume of the fish pond. So now we are also given that the depth is 0.5 meters. Depth is 0.5 meters. So what we need to understand is that we get these answers, then we 0.5 meters, we change it to what? 0.5 meters into centimeters. We must change 0.5 change here, change to what? To meters. I mean to centimeters, sorry. Change to centimeters. 0.5 to centimeters. How do we change that? We change 0.5 meters to centimeters. You know very well that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So 0.5 meters. Therefore, this is equals to 50 centimeters. We are multiplying by what? By 100. We are multiplying by 100 here, and then multiply by 100 to give you that 50 centimeters. So our formula is already given there. Our formula is already given. We have got use the volume of the cylinder, volume of cylinder is equals to 3.142 times 3.142 multiplied by 60 squared multiplied by 50 centimeters. So we do those, we multiply those figures. We multiply these figures. If we multiply them, we can multiply these figures. Which can give us, this gonna give us 565, 560 cubic centimeters. That can give us the cubic centimeters, because the first part was for you to calculate the radius, and then the second part was for you to change the 0.5 meters to centimeters, and then you get your what? Your 4 marks. Your 4 marks will be actually you will actually be correct as you do that. You get all of them. And then surrounding the circumference of the fish pond is a row of paving bricks. Each paving brick is 120 centimeters long. Determine the circumference of the paved outer re-edging of the fish pond. Use the formula of the circumference is equals to. So we are saying surrounding the circumference of the fish pond. Our circumference, our fish pond, surrounding the circumference of the fish pond is this. This is the paving that they are talking about. That is the paving given or being talked about here. So what we are saying is that given that, what we are asked to do is that we are asked to calculate this to say that the surrounding of the circumference of the fish pond is a row of paving bricks. Each paving brick is 20 centimeters long. Determine the circumference of the paved outer edging of the fish pond, which is equals to. So what we do is that we are given that use the circumference of a circle is equals to, so we are saying circumference of a circle is equals to 3.142 multiplied by diameter, which is our diameter, is equals to our diameter is equals to 120 centimeters, 120 centimeters, which is of the what 120 of the fish pond, plus the size of the bricks that are also given there, plus the size of the bricks. We are seeing that the bricks that are given there is that it is two bricks there. So 120 times 3.142 times 120 plus we are saying the outer edging of the paving, each paving is 20 centimeters long. So we are making sure that the circumference, it must also include the paving. So plus the what? Plus the 20 times 2. That is what we can see there. Which is equals to, that can give us, that is equals to, we can that can give us that in actual fact we should not give this one as the we should start by giving the circumference first, to say that the circumference, in order for people not to be lost, let's start by calculating the diameter first. The diameter, we need to first of all get the diameter of this whole thing. We must start by calculating the diameter first. Diameter is equals to the given diameter 120 plus it is equals to 120 plus 120 plus 20 times 2, which is going to give us 120 plus 40, which is equals to 160 centimeters. This is just a specific measurement that is equals to 160 centimeters, and therefore circumference of a circle is equals to, our pi is 3.142 multiplied by diameter multiplied by 160 centimeters multiplied by 160 centimeters. Therefore, that can give us remember that the reason why we are adding the 1 multiplied by 120, we are saying the circumference of the paved outer edging. We are looking at the outer edging class. Therefore, the paving is included there. So, which is gonna give us 502.72 centimeters. 502.72 centimeters. We can just even still say 0.7 centimeters, 502.7 centimeters. We are given that the rectangular paved area C on the plan between the garden and the house is 36 J square kilometers, and then calculate the width of the paved area between the garden and the house. Use the formula area of a rectangle is equals to that. So we are given that the whole the rectangular paved area C. We look for C, rectangular paved area, which is this one. The rectangular paved area C, we are looking at this whole place. This rectangular paved area is what we are looking at. We are looking at this one. So now, that is our C that we are working at. We are working at that C. So now, what is happening is that we are asked to calculate the width of the paved area, given that the rectangular paved area between the garden and the house is 36 square kilometers. Therefore, the width of the paved area between the garden and the what, use this one. So what we do is that length, we should first of all get our length. Our length is equals to, we are saying 8.7. Our length is 8.7, which is this one, 8.7. 8.7 is the 8.7 plus 2.6. 8.7 plus 2.6, it will give us the total length from this corner to this corner is equals to 8.7 plus 2.6, because this 2.6 we can put it straight again here to make it straight, which is going to be the same size as to say the length is equals the same as where we have got the doors there. So we are saying the length is equals to 8.7 plus 2.6. 8.7 plus 2.6. 8.7 plus 2.6. That is equals to, it's gonna give us 11.3 meters. It's gonna give us 11.3 meters. And then area of a rectangle, we are given that area of a rectangle, area of a rectangle is equals to length times width is equals to LB, length times breadth. And then what we do is that we are given that the length is what is the area, which is equals to, our area is what is 36.16, 36.16 square kilometers. 36.16 square kilometers is equals to 11.03, 11.3 times our what, our width. Nice maths that is given here, class. This is nice, interesting maths. So what is happening is that we can just calculate that, and then we say 36.16 square meters. 36.16 square meters is equals to 11.3 W. So we divide by 11.3, 11.3 both sides. 11.3 divided by 11.3, we divide by 11.3 both sides. We divide by 11.3 both sides. When you divide by 11.3 here, you can see it cancels. It cancels there, which is equals to W. That is the width. So the width is equals to 11.3 into 16 into 36.16. We can find out that it can give us 3.2 meters is equals to the width. 3.2 meters is equals to the width. That is one thing that you need to be quite following and enjoying the mathematics which we are doing right now. it's gonna be so interesting. 118 wheelbarrows of gravel are needed for 10 square meters of gravel. 118 wheelbarrows of gravel are needed for 10 square meters of gravel. Tabang stated that more than 65 wheelbarrows of gravel are needed to place a 150 millimeters layer of gravel under the paved area, and then verify the calculation whether the statement is valid or not. So what we need to do here is that in this question, we need to understand that we can calculate this as in saying the volume is equals to area of rectangle times depth. Volume is equals to area of a rectangle times depth, area of a rectangle times depth. Volume is equals to area of a rectangle times depth. So what we are saying is that this can be given as to say this is equals to area times depth. We calculated this before. We said that area of a rectangle, we can calculate the area of the rectangle times this is equals to, when you calculate this, we are saying area, our area, we calculated, we are saying area of a rectangle area times what? Times depth. Times depth. So in this case, we are going to find that area is equals to, so given that he is needing 118 wheelbarrows of gravel for 10 square meters of gravel, Tabang stated that more than 65 wheelbarrows of gravel are needed to place 150 millimeters layer of gravel under the paved area. So what is happening here is that we can calculate this to say that the area is equals to, this is equals to, we can find out that this is equals to 36.16. The depth is what? 150 millimeters. That is the depth that we are using. 150 millimeters is the depth that we are using. So we have got our area 36.16 square meters multiplied by the depth, which is 150 millimeters, multiplied by 150 millimeters, multiplied by 150 millimeters. So we still need to say that we need to change millimeters into meters. So we have to say that 36.16 square meters multiplied by changing 150 millimeters to meters. I'm sure this, you know, the unit conversions that this we are going to divide it by what? By 1,000, and then we get that this gonna give us 0, this to 150 millimeters to meters is gonna be 0.150 meters. I'm sure that you can see we have divided by what? By 1,000. And then when this is done, we are going to find out that this can give us 36.16 square meters times 0.15 meters. This is equals to this is equals to, that will be giving us how much? 5.4 5.42 5.42 square meters. Okay, that will be giving us 5.42 cubic meters. And then we are saying that 10 cubic meters, 10 cubic meters is equals to 10 cubic meters is equals to 118 wheelbarrows. So we need to find n. 10 cubic meters, 10 cubic meters, 10 cubic meters is equals to 118 wheelbarrows. This one is a statement given in the context. We are not calculating anything here. This is given. This is given that 10 cubic is given that 10 cubic meters is equals to 118. This one we are not calculating anything. It is given that 118 wheelbarrows of gravel are needed for 10 cubic meters. So as we have got 5 cubic meters, therefore what is happening? We are saying 10 cubic meters is close to 118 wheelbarrows. So 5.4 5.424 cubic meters is equals to something. What is it that it is equals to? So we can do, this is simple arithmetic. That can just be simple mathematics, which we are going to say is going to be less because you find that 10 cubic is going to give us this. So what about 5.42 is going to be less? So this is equals to 5.424 over 10 multiplied by 118 over 1. And then if we calculate it through your calculator there, this is equals to we calculate that, multiply that through your calculator, you can get that will give you 65 wheelbarrows. So what is happening is that Tabang stated that more than 65 wheelbarrows of gravel are needed to place 150 millimeters of gravel under the paved area. So what we are saying is that he's saying more than stated that more than 65. The question is more than, but in this case, it's not more than. So what is happening is that we get 65 wheelbarrows, which means the statement is what? The statement is invalid. Invalid statement. Because it's not more than. These are not more than. We don't have more than what? We don't have more than 65 wheelbarrows, but it's equally the same. We are getting equally the same number of wheelbarrows in this case, so that the statement is what? Is invalid. We are given this one 3.2. The paved sitting area B on the plan alongside is located at the eastern side. Is located on the eastern side. Picture of the layout of the circular paved area B on the plan, which is given this one. And then what is happening is is surrounded by customer-made pavers, irregularly shaped paving bricks to form a circular paved sitting area, and the custom-made pavers are sold in packs of 13 which covers exactly a quarter of the full circular seating area. It covers a quarter, excluding the mildew, the mildew paver. The cost of the pavers, excluding 15% VAT, are shown on the table below. Excluding 15% are shown on this table here. So we are given that mildew pavers is 120. This we are saying excluding 15%. So pack of 15 custom made is that much, and other materials is that, and then use the information above to answer the question that follow. Determine the total number of paving bricks in the first row closest to the middle circular paver. So in this case, we are determining the number of total. We want the determine the total number of paving bricks in the first row closest to the middle circular paver. Closest to the circular paver there. We are given determine the number of pavers. So we are given in this that the custom-made pavers are sold in packs of 13, which covers exactly quarter of the full circular seating area, excluding middle area. So now this is saying determine the number of paving bricks in the first row closest to the middle. In the first row closest to the middle. So if we here we just maybe I think this one, what you just need to do is to just count them. How many are they? How many pavers are there in the total number of paving bricks in the first row? In the first row, closest to the middle circular paver. First row, closest to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can say that is what is 12. 12, you count them there, is 12 there. And then the question is saying, calculate the total cost, including VAT, total cost, including VAT of the material required to pave the entire seating area. To pave the entire seating area, calculate the total cost including VAT. So we say total cost the total cost before, we are saying the total cost, we need the total cost before VAT, total cost excluding VAT. Total cost excluding VAT, that we can find it by saying we are just adding all the costs that are here. We are adding the cost 1,000. We add the total cost is 125.80 cents plus 6. That one plus 1,200. This is cost of everything excluding VAT. So we say that this, we add all these ones. We are adding the total cost. We are adding this. We are adding this cost here. We can add this cost, which is equals to 125. Let me put them in their order. We say 1,200, 1,200, 1,250, 1,250. Plus 1,250 uh, 1,250 plus 125.80 cents plus we are saying total cost of material, and then we are saying that we need 125 is the middle papers, so 125.80 cents plus 4 times plus 4 times 6 658 657.40 is the number of packets, plus 4 times we need 4 packets times 1, what is this, 657 times 657.4, we are saying the 4 packets, and then plus the cost of other material, plus cost of other material, which is 1,250 plus 1,250, which is given there. We get that as to say we add these figures. This is total cost excluding VAT. So we can get that this gonna give us, it's gonna give us, this gonna give us 4,005.40. This is the total cost excluding VAT. Total cost excluding VAT. So now we say VAT, value added tax, is what? Is 15%. Remember, 15% is equals to 4,005.40 times 15%. Times 15%. We multiply by 15%. Remember that our VAT is 15%, which can give us 681. 600.81, and then 681. So now we get 681 cost. So the cost including, we now say the cost including VAT, total cost including VAT is equals to 4,005.40 plus 600.81, which will give us, this is equals to, it's gonna give us 4,660.21. So the question is saying calculate the total cost including VAT. Including VAT is that one. So one other thing that I want you to understand, class, is that when we are calculating these figures, we can as well take it short by calculating this. When we are calculating with the VAT here, instead of coming to add 681 cents, we can multiply our figure here by saying we can just get our figure here to say multiply by 4,005.40 times 115%, and then we get our answer directly without going back to what? Without going back to the other formulas, that without going back to add anything else. We can take it here, and then it can give us the same answer that we get there. It can give us that we get 4,000 606.21. That is the same thing. It is one and the same thing. So that is how we calculate VAT, value added tax. And then question 4, we are given that Nikita wants to open her own pet shop. Nikita wants to open her own pet shop. The operating hours of the pet shop are given in table 4 table 4 below. And then table 4, operating hours of the pet shop, days of the week, Monday to Friday, it is from 7:30 to 5 o'clock. Saturday, it's 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Sunday, it is closed. There is no business. And then Nikita will sell fish tanks in the shape of mini aquarium blocks as shown in the pictures and diagram below. So we are given this, the diagram and pictures of the main aquarium blocks are block tanks. So we are given this. The inner length is 11.6 centimeters. The inner width is 7.6 centimeters. Inner height, and also note that 1 cubic centimeter is equals to 1 pound meter. So now, what is happening is that use the information above to answer these questions. Determine in simplified form the ratio of the length to the width of the main aquarium block, ratio of the tank of the length to width. So ratio of the length is equals to 6. Inner length is equals to 11.6, and then the width is 7.6 centimeters. So what we are saying is that the ratio is equals to, this ratio is just equals to 11.6. We are saying length, it is equals to length as to what? As to width, which is equals to our length. We can just say our length is given as to say 11.6 centimeters, 11.6 as to width 7.6, 7.6. So that we can say that 11.6 as to 11.6 as to 7.6, and then that is determining in simplified form the ratio of the length to the width of the main oven, which can simplify to say, this can be simplified to 29 as to 19. And then we are given the next question: calculate the total number of hours the pet shop will open in one operating week. Total number of hours the pet shop will open in one operating week. So we are saying the total number of hours, that is Monday to Friday. We are calculating Monday to Friday. So what we are saying is that the total number of hours Monday to Friday, it is given that Monday to Friday is operating from 07 to 1700 hours. It's operated from we are saying 07:30 to 5 o'clock. So what is happening is that how many hours are there? Total hours 7:30 to 5 o'clock. That can be, we are saying that can be how many hours, number of hours it can give us. It can give us something like 9 hours 30 minutes. 9 hours 30 minutes. It can give us 9 hours 30 minutes. So this is 1 day. So we are saying if calculate the total number of hours or the shop number of hours the pet shop will open in one operating week. So we are going to say this 9 hours Monday to Friday. This is equals to 9 hours 30 minutes multiplied by the number of days 5. We are saying this is number of days which is Monday to Friday. That is why we are multiplying by 5 here. And then that can give us, this is equals to, this can give us 47.5 hours. 47.5 hours. This is for Monday to Friday. And then this is for Monday to Friday plus Saturday. Plus Saturday. So Saturdays, the shop operates from Saturday, the shop operates from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Saturdays is 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So that we need to add that, which is equals to that is equals to 8 to 47.8 plus Monday to Saturday, Friday. We are saying Saturday alone is gonna give us 5 hours. It's gonna give us 5 hours. And then when that is added, we add that, it's gonna give us total hours, which is equals to 52.5 hours. This is for one week. For 1 week, it's gonna give us 52.5 hours. It's gonna give us 52.5 hours for 1 week. And then Nikita received the different pieces of assembling the mini aquarium tank. The pictures shows the different steps required to assemble one mini. You may assume the colors of the frames of the tank are the same in all pictures below. The pictures showing the assembly of a mini aquarium, and then we are given there for now that choose a picture above that will match a written instruction below. Write down only the letter of the picture next to the question number. So place the outer frame over the transparent inner cover to cover it. Place the outer frame over the transparent inner cover to cover it. Which picture can show? Place the outer frame. Place the outer frame place the outer frame on the place the outer frame over the transparent inner cover to cover it. Transparent inner cover, the outer frame on the transparent over the transparent inner cover to cover it, we can say place the outer frame, which can be in these diagrams. We can say place the outer frame over the transparent inner cover. The outer frame, we can say D. We can say D. And then the next one is saying pull in opposite directions to open the main aquarium. Pull in opposite directions. Pull in opposite direction. Pull in opposite directions. You are seeing pulling in opposite directions is A. Pull in opposite directions. This can be A. Pull in opposite directions can be A. Pull in opposite directions, that can be A. And then the O is for fitting or to pull or to put in a light. The O is for fitting or to put in a light. The O is for fitting or to put in a light. The O is for fitting or to put in a light. The O is for fitting or to put in a light, which we can see that the O, we can see there for fitting or to put in a light, there is a O, which we can say that F can do. The O is for fitting or to put in a light, which can be F. One hand will hold the transparent inner tank while the other hand will hold the outer frame. One will hold the transparent inner tank, while the other one will hold the outer frame, which can hold the inner frame. One wall can hold the inner frame and the other one will hold the outer frame. So this is B. B can do to say that one hand will hold the transparent inner tank while the other hold the outer frame. That can be, you can see that there are two pieces being that are held here. Two pieces are held. That can be, this can be B. And then add water and decorating items as you like. Add water and decorating items as you like. Add water and decorating. Add water and decorating lights as you like. Water and decorating lights. We can say C. C can add water. And then close tightly by pressing down on the outer frame. Close tightly by pressing down on the outer frame. Close tightly by pressing tight on the outer frame. Close tightly by pressing tighter on the outer frame. Press tight on the outer frame. That can be E. That can be E. Close tightly by pressing down on the outer frame. That can be E. And then Nikita decided to assemble a few mini aquarium and mount them against the wall at the front. There is a 5 centimeter space between each main aquarium tank along the length of the wall. In every odd row, the main aquarium tanks start and end against the wall. In every odd row, the main aquarium tanks start and end against the wall. In the even rows, the main aquarium tanks start at space D from the wall on either side of the row. See the pattern in the picture below. So we are given that the picture of the part of the main aquarium tank arranged and then dimensions of the assembled main aquarium tanks against the wall. Main aquarium tanks outer 12 centimeters, 4.3 dimensions of the wall at the front desk. These are the measurements that are given there from the wall. We are saying D, and then we are given here length of the wall height, all these measurements are given. And then 1 millimeter is equals to these inches. Determine in centimeters the height of the mean aquarium tank. The height determine in centimeters. The height of 1 mean aquarium. The height of mean aquarium tank. Height of 1 mean aquarium tank. So what we are given here is that determine in meters and determine in centimeters the height of 1 mean aquarium tank. So we are given that 4.31 1 millimeter 1 millimeter is equals to, it is given that is equals to 0.0394 inches. That's what we are given there. So it's given that, and then the height, is the height, which is the height. We need to we say the height, outer height against the wall. We are saying the dimensions is 4.3 inch. The 4.3 inch is what we are given there. So height is equals to 4.3 over the unit that we are given there, over 0.0394 inches or millimeters. We are saying this can also be millimeters. This one we are changing this to millimeters. So this is equals to, that is equals to, we divide this, it can give us 109.137 109.137 millimeters. And then we say that we convert that to convert 109.137 to what? Convert it to centimeters. Convert to centimeters, which is equals to centimeters. You know that 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeters. So we are just changing these millimeters by dividing by 10. Divide by 10, which can give you that this is equals to 10.9 centimeters. Because the question is saying in centimeters. So we convert the 10.9 centimeters, we convert the millimeters, we convert these into millimeters, and then the millimeters to what? To centimeters. That is what you should actually see, and that is what you can do. And then the question is saying calculate the total number of mean aquarium tanks Nikita will be able to place in the total number of mean aquarium tanks Nikita will be able to place in, that she will be able to place in the total number of mean aquarium tanks that she can be able to place in. So this is given that calculate the total number of mean aquarium tanks Nikita will be able to place in. So in terms of this, we are saying the length, this question, it needs us to know that this is equals to, we need to be able to know the length, which is the length, our length is given that we have got 12 centimeters and 5 centimeters here, which is this one. Length of, we are saying this is the length that we are looking at. So it is going to be, our length is equals to 12 centimeters plus 5 centimeters, which is equals to 17 centimeters, which is equals to 17 centimeters. And then we can look at that in terms of the number in what? Therefore, this is equals to, and then we are saying number in lengthwise. Lengthwise, we are given that this is what length, the length is given that the length is 199. The length is what? Is 199. So this whole piece is 199 centimeters. So what do? We say that 199 divided by 17. So we need to find how many can fit on 199. So we say a number fitting lengthwise is equals to 199 centimeters divided by total length that we have 17 centimeters divided by total length that is equals to 199 divided by 17, and then that can give us a round figure of how much of 11 of 11. And then we are now saying that this 11, we are saying 11 in terms of the lengthwise. So now we are having 17 is the size times the width in terms of the length, which is what is it? Which is equals to that. I'm saying this can give us something like this can give us something like 17, which is equals to, this is equals to 17 centimeters, or 17 centimeters times the 11 that we calculated lengthwise, which is gonna give us 187. This is gonna give us 187 centimeters. This is gonna give us 187 centimeters, and then the 187 centimeters is that what we are saying is that that is the measurements, and therefore we say 199 centimeters minus 187 centimeters, and then that will give us 12 centimeters. That will give us 12 centimeters. And so the number of mean aquarium that we can get is therefore saying total number of mean aquarium mean aquariums that can fit there is therefore equals to is equals to uh the 11 that we get this one is equals to 11 plus the scope centimeter that we have here. It can also fit, which can give us 11 plus 1, which is equals to uh which is equals to 12, which is equals to 12, which is equals to 12. So I hope that you get this one very straight and loud. You got this loud and clear. You get this one very straightforward. Remember that the tank and space, the tank and space is the same thing which we said that we were saying. You can as well say the tank and space. This can be said tank, tank and space, which is why we said that we are saying we have got the tank and space, which is given there to say that the tank is 12 centimeters, and then the space is 5 centimeters, which is tank and space is equals to tank and space is equals to 17 centimeters, which is 12 plus what? Plus 5. That is where we get the 12 the 17 centimeters there. And then place two tanks at the end. We say you place two tanks at the end according to the statement. Place two tanks at the end. You place two tanks at the end, at the ends. You place two tanks at the ends. So that is equals to say that we say our 12 centimeters plus 12 centimeters, which is two tanks at the end, is equals to 12 centimeters plus 12. Remember, we said each tank is 12 centimeters, which is equals to 24 centimeters, which is equals to 24 centimeters. And then 24 centimeters. So we are saying that can also be just say two tanks and one space, which is equals to two tanks and one space, two tanks and one space, two tanks and one space, which is 24 centimeters times 2 plus 5, two tanks plus one space, two tanks plus one space, two tanks plus one space, which is equals to uh, two, two tanks plus one space is equals to two tanks plus one space is equals to 12 times 2 plus 5, which is going to give us 12 times plus 2, which is equal to 12 times 2 is 24. 24 plus 5 is equals to 29. Is equals to 29 centimeters. Is equals to 29 centimeters. So that is equals to say that we say space which is left on the left. There's a space on the left here. Space left on the left. Space left on the left here, which is 5 centimeters space left on the space left on the left is equals to space left on the left is equals to we have got our total length. We said it's equals to 199 199 minus 29 centimeters that we got here, minus 29 centimeters, which is equals to, that can give us 170. That can give us 170. And then use of space on left, which we say therefore use of space on the left is equals to 170 divided by what? And then we say use of space left is equals to 170 that we have divided by 17 that we said that 170 divided by 17 and then divided by 17, this is equals to it's gonna give us 10 and then 10 things plus the other additional 2, which is equals to 12 things. So the red is the other way of you getting that answer straight. When you work it through red, you can get it also through the other way around, which is unlike that one that we were doing. So I want you to just follow up and see what's happening here. But in this case, you are only given these these are given here. These are given. These mathematical analysis that we are doing here are given that the length is 199 that we have there. We are given that the tanks, we should say the size of the tank is 12 centimeters plus the space, which is 5 centimeters. Therefore, we have got 17 for a tank. One tank is equal to 17 centimeters. And then we calculated that when we calculated all these, and then we said there is a space left to the left, which is also 5 centimeters. And therefore, we can calculate all these to say how many things can be fit into this space. So I wish you all the best in your upcoming exams. And otherwise, please don't get confused. Let's go and pass. Exams is coming soon, and all the best. I wish you that you are going to get this very smart and clear until we meet again. The paper that we are writing tomorrow, for those who are interested, we are going to work it again tomorrow. We can mark and already speculate and go to holiday, Christmas, relaxed. We can go to Christmas relaxed. Thank you very much. Let's call it a day. Don't forget to subscribe and share to friends. Share to friends, share to friends, share to friends, young brothers and sisters. Give them the best channel. Give them one-stop channel for academic success to cut the academic race short and smarter. We can do it now and forever. Until we meet again, you have a beautiful stay and all the best in every other exams that are coming.